Hey, what's going on, guys? So I haven't uploaded in about 2 months, and that's just because I took a step back to prioritize time for a bit. It felt great. Now I'm super pumped and happy to be back. Anyways, so I want to talk to you about using the past to build your future, using the past to motivate you instead of derailing you towards a better you and a better plan for yourself. When it comes to looking back, there's this stigma associated with looking at the past. We often hear the phrase being stuck in the past. Looking back is something that we all do in our lives. It's inevitable. It will come at a certain point in time where you look back and you're thinking mixed feelings depending on whatever it is the experience was for you. But it's something that's normal, something you should embrace instead of hide away or avoid. For many reasons, without that past, you wouldn't be who you are right now. If possible, when looking at the past, a really great attribute you could have is using that past to fuel you to become better. For example, those of you who just graduated high school, those of you who are in college, those of you transitioning from the two, you got through high school. And knowing that as your journey progresses through college, you are going to have hardships just like you did in high school. But what's super important is to say, all right, right now I'm reminiscing about my past, about high school, and in the future, one day, you're gonna get through it. Of course, each different circumstance in your life comes a whole new world of problems. It comes a whole new level of difficulty, but what's most important is staying consistent with your goals and knowing that you can do it even when the results aren't showing that yet. Emphasis on yet, because none of us are always succeeding. At some point in life, you will fail. So it's important not to look back at those failures as something that takes away from you being your best self, but looking back and saying, hey, I failed, but look how far I've gotten. I'm a very active runner. I run a lot of miles. Am I going to not run anymore just because at one point in my life I couldn't even walk? At some point in our lives, we could not even walk. So, of course, I'm talking about our baby versions, but you don't want to look back to the point where it's blinding your present, which blinds your future. You want to make sure that your present is not corrupted, is not overran by both your past and your future. So it's all a balance kind of thing. But who here in this world has had a perfect ride through that journey of life? Sometimes hardships like losing a loved one, suffering from accidents, injuries, these kinds of situations, when you look back at them, they're more negative than positive. You know, some things in life are going to be more negative. And that's why you need to pick and choose on what things can strengthen you when it comes to your past. The past can show you patterns on the mistakes you're making, maybe just things you could have learned from in general. Most importantly, we've got a decision to make every day. Are you going to let your past experiences consume you, or are you going to overcome these circumstances and become a stronger you? I think the greatest benefit of hardships is that afterwards you can talk, you can form community with others and let them know how you dealt with it, how you went through your struggles. So in summary, of course, looking back has its negatives and positives, but most importantly, when you're thinking about yourself, are you gonna stay in the realm of those thoughts that take away from your happiness, or are you gonna fight those thoughts? Are you going to actively search for a better and happier you? That also involves looking at your history, because if you look at someone's present, you know no context about them. Our past is what gives us character, is what molds who we are today. Nevertheless, it's a great day today. I think I'm gonna go for a run, so I'll be right back.